Good morning, traders. How's everyone doing out there? Today is Sunday, November the 29th, and I want to put together my watch list and get it out there as soon as possible. So like that, if you have any questions before Monday's opening bell at 9:30, you can comment below. Again, I hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving with friends and family members. Everyone stayed safe. But now it's time to get back to business, as we are looking forward to a brand new month coming up. And I've been very excited since we have been posting these videos. As a matter of fact, my first video was on November the 8th. If you take a look at that watch list, folks, and take a look at the stocks that I had on them, compare them to where they are today, it is mind-boggling where they are. I mean, they've been doing absolutely amazing, and I'm hoping this helps everyone. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. I am a price action trader, been doing this for over 20 years, and I'm hoping you can enjoy the videos and learn from them. And if you have any questions, feel free to always email me, hunterchasetrading@gmail.com, and Manny Magoo will be more than happy to help you out. But diving right back into this, folks, I have 7 stocks on my watch list. The first stock right now that we're going to look at is Apple, AAPL. I really like Apple. I really like the way it's setting up right now. Okay, so just so you have an idea, these are weekly candles, okay? So this is the prior week, the 11/23 week. The high is $117.62, and the low was $112.59, okay? If and only if Apple breaks this $117.62 level, I will be taking this trade long, okay? Here's a look at the daily chart on Apple, okay? As you can see, it has been in this pattern for quite some time. One thing I like that I feel that Apple is going to start turning around, we had 3 days of upward momentum here on Apple, but what I really like about it is that it did put in a higher low. As you can see, it's been putting in higher lows since September the 21st, okay? So it might have found some support here. You can actually draw an imaginary trend line, and I'll draw it for you real quick just to give you kind of an idea. There's my trend line, so I'm going to take the low of that candle, 103.10, okay, and I'm going to, there you have it, right there, okay? So it can go down. If you take a look at this trend line, we can have a little bit of a pullback here, okay? Again, I will not take this trade until it breaks the $117.62 level. And mind you, folks, if you get an Apple, what you have to do is you have to start looking for the next areas of resistance on Apple. Okay, so it's not just getting in and then forgetting about your trade. If you get an Apple and it breaks 117.62, you have to realize now 117.62 becomes support. If it breaks support and goes back inside, it's up to you to get out. You can always get back in if it breaks again 117.62. Okay, but let's say it does break this area. You have to start looking for failures. Okay, and the failure that I see on the screen, and I'm going to remove all this for you, okay, just so you can really see what I'm looking at here, okay? Let's remove this line here, okay, and we'll remove this one. All right, so if you take a look at this chart, this is a daily chart. Obviously, there was a failure back here. You see that candle, the 915 candle? So before Apple can break above this 11.9 candle, or this 11.16 candle, or even this 10.13 candle, it has to break above the 915 candle of $118.83. Why? There will be resistance here. That's going to be the first area of resistance. Okay? The second area of resistance is going to be the high of 121.99. Okay? That would be the 11.9 candle. This one right here, folks. Okay? So, first candle right here. That's going to be the first area of resistance, 118.83. Second area is going to be right here, 121.99. Okay? Third area would obviously be this candle's high here, 125.39. So make sure you pay attention to these levels. You have to stay tactical when you trade. It's not just getting in a position and then forgetting about it, okay? You have to look at areas of resistance. There will also be some resistance here, the 11.16 candle. The high there is 121, let's call it. So 121, okay? So that actually, that will actually be, besides the 9-10 candle, this candle here will actually be second area of resistance before we get to the 11.9 candle, okay? Again, folks, if this is something you don't understand, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to help you, okay? Next stock on our list is NIO, N-I-O. I love NIO. I'm still in NIO. I've been trading NIO. I've been buying dips on NIO, and I've been making a boatload of money with NIO. NIO's been absolutely fantastic. Here is the weekly high on NIO, which is $57.20. It's below that now. However, NIO, I expect either maybe Tuesday or Wednesday to report the car deliveries for the month of November. Okay, so if it reports a good number, beating the previous month's October, we should have NIO. In my heart of hearts, I believe NIO can break $60 a share or run up close to it this week, if obviously we have a good report. This is the daily chart on NIO. It's been consolidating a little, and that's what NIO likes to do. As you can see here, consolidation, boom, consolidation, boom, consolidation, boom. So obviously that's what NIO likes to do. It likes to consolidate, and it doesn't consolidate too long before it starts running again. So again, this area here, 57.20, that would be a good spot for NIO to see if it can break last week's high and keep the momentum to the upside. Okay, so a new one now on our list, TCEHY, folks. That's TENCENT, okay? TCEHY is a symbol, okay? Now, if you take a look, this is a daily chart. Let me just change it to my pointer. There we go. This right here is a daily chart. It has been consolidating tremendously in this area. I like the fact that it did put in a lower high. As you can see, this is the 11.11 candle. Got to as low as 71.26 and then went up, failed, came back, found support at this 74.08 level. Let's call it 74. As you can see, there's that another candle, 74.19. So it found support there, and now it's trying to go up. I will only take this trade. Okay, we have an inside, as a matter of fact, we have an inside week here, folks. So this is very important, okay? An inside week means the stock was not strong enough to break the previous week's high, but was not weak enough to break the previous week's low. There's a lot of indecision there. And I love inside weeks because if I get a break on an inside week's high candle, I always take the trade, no matter what. Okay, so right now, the high is $76.29. We're not far away from that. TENCENT could break that $76.29 and start running up again. Okay, so keep an eye on TENCENT. Again, I will not take this trade until it breaks the 76.29 area. Okay, and if you do get into this trade at 76.29, be careful with this candle here, folks. The 11.13 candle's high. That's $77.70. It should probably most likely see some resistance up in that candle. Why? That's the last time it failed to go up. So you have a failure there. Failure is 77.70. That's the high. If you get in, be careful with that area. Okay, it might pull back on you. Okay, so that's a fair warning. Next on our list, Pfizer, PFE. Okay, Pfizer, after this huge run it did, and the gap up at $41.99. Okay, as you can see, this is a daily chart. It did come back down, fill that gap. Okay, and now it seems like it wants to march up again. Okay, now on Pfizer, let's take a look. We also have an inside week, and I left this one blank just to show you how I draw it. So these are weekly candles. This was last week's candle. So the high is 37.26. So what do? I put my line at 37.26, okay? And there you go. I make a horizontal line, and I also put my high on the low of the candle. So the low there is 36.02. So we got 36.02 is the low, okay? And there you have it, all right? And then what I usually like doing is, let me take you to, hold on 1 second here. Oh, that looks odd. Okay. All right, so anyhow, it's this high here, 37.26. The low is 36.02. If you take a look at the monthly, okay, the high of the month here is 38.85. So I'm going to draw my line at 38.85 and pay attention to that area. All right. And I make them yellow so I can identify the correct area. And I also put a line on the low of the month, 34.60. And I keep them there for the remaining month. Okay? So in December, what I do, once we hit December, I will put a high and a low on my November's monthly high and low, okay, candle. So I could identify the previous month's support. Let me fix this real quick here, folks. This is, bear with me. I'm not sure why this is not 37.26. Let me just fix that. 37.26. All right. All right, I don't know. Something's not working right. But anyhow, you get my drift. If we break this 37.26 area, I will be taking Pfizer, PFE. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Again, 37.26. All right, here's a daily on it. Okay, as you can see, a lot of consolidation in this area, and there's also a lot of resistance, obviously. So resistance, support. You see a lot of resistance and support in this area, but let's see what happens tomorrow. Okay, now, mind you, if it doesn't break that area, folks, you just don't get in, okay? Just don't get in for the sake of getting in. Okay, pricey one on our watch list is BA, Boeing. I like Boeing. I like the weekly on it. We had an inside week. Obviously, Boeing wants to break out of here, so if Boeing could break above 222.95, you're going to have resistance. The first area of resistance is going to be 234.20, which is the 6/8 candle, okay? So keep that in mind, folks. But if Boeing breaks 222.95, I'm going to take the trade long. Let me just take a look at the weekly. The daily. These are the daily. So as you can see, Boeing had a nice run, pulled back a little bit, now is consolidating here the last 3 days. It seems like it really wants to break above. However, remember, folks, this is it. This is the candle that's going to give you resistance up ahead. $234.20. Keep that in mind. That's very, very important. Okay? All right, now, next is Datadog. Datadog. Okay, Datadog. Let's go to a weekly. Okay, I like Datadog. It came back from as high as 118.13, found support again right here in this area. And as you can see, folks, anytime you want to find support when the stock is coming down, just look at the past. It'll dictate the future. Obviously, you see a tremendous amount of support in this area. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to continue going down, but you have to get tactical. You have to understand support, and you have to realize when it's time to possibly go in. If you take a look at Datadog, and as you can see, I love playing those inside weeks, okay? The previous week, Datadog was at $91.95. That's this candle's 11/16 candle high. Once it broke 91.95, you got to take the trade. You got to give it a shot, okay? Because it's a short-term trend reversal. Now, as you can see, there's going to be resistance up ahead, okay? Here you go. There's a big failure, 8.3. And what's the high there? 96.67. Well, let's see how far it got up to the, look at that, 96.80, folks. Okay, only a couple pennies away. before it found the resistance and pulled back a little bit. Okay, so again, we got to get above this area here, $96.80. If we can break $96.80, I am taking D-Dog long. Now, last but not least, Microsoft. Another stock I really, really like, okay? Microsoft has pulled back. This is a weekly chart on Microsoft, okay? It seems like this candle here, the 11-2 candle, is definitely the dictator. And right now, the last 1, 2, 3 weeks, we've been inside this candle. I mean, in order for Microsoft to really run, it has to get above 224.36, which is the high of this candle. But in the meantime, we can start a position in here with no problem, okay? What I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to take this trade. If Microsoft can break $216.27, 216.27, Manny Magoo is going to take this trade, okay? I am going to take the trade long, knowing that 216 now 27 is going to be my support. Okay, so again, you got to understand your support, you got to understand your resistance. If we have a break of resistance, resistance automatically becomes support. And now let's say it breaks back down and breaks that support. Well, the trade didn't work. I usually get out immediately because I like to preserve my capital. I'll put in a quick stop on it, and I'll get back into the trade if it breaks again the resistance. I have no problem doing that. I've done it over and over and over again. The beautiful part about the way I trade is that I'm a very defensive trader, and you have to be in order to make money in this business. If you're not going to be a defensive trader, forget it. It's just not going to happen, okay? And until you realize that, you can't afford to take those big losses because it takes time to make back this money, okay? Now, mind you, we've had an absolutely phenomenal month. If you were to get involved from the beginning of 11/8, when I first posted that first video, to today, I mean, we're close to over 200% on some of our trades in general. So we've been having a spectacular month, but folks, this doesn't happen every day, okay? You know, we've been fortunate, we've picked the right things, and we've played the right things, but at the same time, you know, you have to realize, you know, you have to, this doesn't happen quickly. So it's important to preserve your capital. It's important to understand. And if the trade goes against you, that's okay. Again, you know, you can live another day. You know, there's always another train at the station. Okay? So anyway, those are my 7 picks. I'll run down through them again. Apple, NIO, TCEHY, Tencent, Pfizer, PFE, Boeing, BA, D-Dog, DDOG, and Microsoft, MSFT. Folks, if you have any questions, any concerns, if you don't understand these videos that I'm playing, and please just email me, hunterchasetrading@gmail.com. I will personally write back to you, and if you want, you can actually even give me a call. I'd be more than happy to go over it with you. And again, this information is for free. The only thing I ask is if you can click on that subscribe button, and if you click on the bell, you will be notified to every video that I post. You will get an email. Supposedly, you're supposed to get an email regarding the post that was just put out. So again, folks, have a great day. Have a great rest of your Sunday. I hope you watch this video, take down some notes, and look forward to seeing everyone in the private room tomorrow. Those that are in, I greatly appreciate it, and we're doing well. And again, folks, have a great rest of the weekend. Bye-bye.